Alright guys, in this episode we're going to do our first start, but as you know, if you watch the main channel, it's already running and driving. We pulled the tank into Motorama, and actually watching this video again, make sure everything was kind of right. I'm surprised we actually made it. It did really knock the crap out of me. It took me a bit to recover after Motorama, but we're back. And that being said, we're gonna go on a road trip. We are actually on our way to Carlisle with the Audi. We're gonna have some fun tuning it and having some fun with it at Import Nationals in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So if you are in the Pennsylvania area, come see us there. Enjoy this video first start, and when we're done, we'll talk about what's next for the truck. Here we go. There's nothing specific for a K100, but customizing custom part is just in my DNA, I guess. Our truck originally came with a 10-speed, and Phil said right away, I've got a couple 13 speeds kicking around. I don't think the person who built this in the first place really knew what they were doing. Either way, it's gonna be a lot better than it was.
A lot of people are like, I really like the design except for that top piece.
I'd like to get the shifting done and the exhaust bolted on. Still have 2 full days, so I'm not super panicky.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, we got a transfer truck.
Okay, so we got a whole bunch of things buttoned up. Put a new leveling valve on the cab mount. So we got air coming in and then air going to the bags, and then I'm just about to grab the grinder, cut this, and stick my leveling rod in there. So that should inflate the bags. We've got the transmission hooked up for the air, but I need to run extra lines to the shifter now. I need a shifter for a 13 speed. So Phil gave me that. I got to run and grab those little air lines yet. Got the power steering mounted, and all those lines run. We got that all secured in the front, so there's no way that it will hit the fan, so that's all mounted securely. We tied up all these hoses here, so they're nice and clean. I have to do the throttle yet, but that's not a big deal. That's laying here. I have to paint the brackets that hold the fuel tank straps in place yet. And what else did we do? We did a whole pile of stuff. Oh, the air tanks are secured with the cables, so now the air tanks are in place. I have to run the battery cables yet. I've got the batteries charging. Buddy's coming tonight to give me a hand, so I need to run those battery cables because we're hoping to fire it up tonight. There are a couple hoses that we're missing yet. The bleeder from the, you can't see it behind there, but the bleeder from the overflow tank to the top of the head there. So that one was done, and the supply line to lock up the fan. So that comes right off the tank and goes into the fan control. So I didn't do anything inside the cab. It's disgusting, it's gross, so we'll keep the door closed. We'll worry about the interior later. I ran to V&R and just grabbed a couple hoses and some trailer plugs. We'll get those hooked up. I'm not too, I want to get some nice hoses that, and maybe we might do a deck plate or something later, so have them hidden or whatever, but I have no idea what the trailer hookups are like, so we just got nice long hoses. We've got the tail bar mounted. I have to run the wiring to the back yet, but again, we don't need tail lights, so that's kind of last on the list, along with those lights. I'll pop them in, but if they don't work, that's not the end of the world. So a little bit of exhaust work. We're in good shape. I got a full 40 hours yet that I can do all this stuff in, but for now I'm going to put some air into the air tanks and see, there are gonna be air leaks, so we gotta find those and fix those. And then see if we can build pressure in the tank, see if we can release the brakes, and make sure the suspension goes up. And then we're good. 3 things. Release the brakes, have brakes, release the trailer brakes, and the other one will come to me, I'll tell you. So, I hear one already. Hard to tell. I poked some screwdrivers into the transmission lines for now because I need to hook up that shifter. I do and I don't. I just need first gear and reverse. So we don't need the 13 speeds working right now, but see if the bags inflate. And then you still can't hear shit because the compressor's going and the air's going in. Nothing massive right now. Pressure went up, that's good. We're building air. We're up to like 90 psi. Sweet. I gotta see if it'll dump. I can't get under the trailer if I can't dump this compressor. I got a big leak here. One hole in a line, so I missed that. I'll have to put a union in there. I'll mark it. Suspension dumping?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Nice! Alright. Oh, that's sick. Nice. Okay. Put that back up again.
Yeah, sound like it.
Oh! Oh, this is exciting, guys. Look at that. So these are what locks it. Of course, it's crooked. There we go. Oh, freaking fantastic. Let's see if I got brakes. It's building pressure even with a massive air leak that big. So once we get that union in there,
I think super fast.
I think we're good. What's that?
Just being much faster.
Yeah. There's nothing detrimental, even if the parking brake won't release on the trailer. I can hot wire something into the tank just to plug it in. We won't have brakes on the trailer, but that's not necessary. Okay, so the line popped out there. I probably didn't tighten that one. Don't care, because the brake valve works again. I have like a working truck that hasn't done any of this in 35 years. And these noises are awesome. So nice. Okay, we're gonna fix that leak. Even the cab suspension works. Not that bag for some reason. Oh, it's
Tension there?
it's pinching or something, yeah. Or maybe just seized.
I'm old.
Okay, so I fixed a couple air leaks, and then I did have two lines backwards. So I had the trigger for the rear brakes and the trailer brakes backwards. So what it is a relay valve, and the older trucks are different than the newer trucks and got the thinking a little bit backwards. I had everything on the foot valve hooked up properly because I marked those, took pictures, but I had to incorporate the old truck to the new frame, and the way it was hooked up to the tank and that wasn't 100% the same. So I thought I had it, but did have two backwards. Took about an hour, we got it figured out. So we're fixing that, but basically just swapping two hoses. I replaced one complete one, and the other one had a union in the middle. So we're just sticking a union right beside it, swapping the lines, and then that should be it. So we've got trailer brakes, we've got, we should have the normal brakes. I'm gonna hook up the battery cable, And originally I was gonna run 2 wires, 2 big cables, because the batteries are farther back, but then I realized I only cut 1 cable out per bus. So 1 cable is probably sufficient. So I'm gonna hook up the 1 battery cable, use the cutoffs to make all my unions for the back there for those batteries. We can fire it up. I know we can fire it up. I know it runs, and I'm not worried about that. I am kind of worried about it moving, like as long as the transmission's okay and the clutch is okay. But the exhaust kind of goes over top. I kind of want to hear it go through the exhaust. But we still have to hook up the shifter and run extra lines into the cab because now we've got more buttons to do the 13 speed. And to be honest, I don't even know how the shifting works. So we might have to, if we don't hook up those air lines, we just have a 4-speed or a 5-speed. That's
Yeah,
good
just
enough,
low
right?
range, like you just have one
Yeah,
range.
so there is air coming out of these. Like I fixed it. I fixed the air coming out. So that line has to go somewhere. But there's these. I only have the 2 lines coming out of the cab, and then 2 lines coming here, right? So I've got unions and I've got whatever. So if we hook up those 2, then
Yeah, so
we still have a 10-speed.
you have high and low range, right? And then you don't have the other split.
I don't know what he's talking about. In the meantime, I put fuel in the tanks. I put my primer pump is no good, and we knew that it doesn't make the right noises. Probably that diaphragm is toast. So I went to Phil's and I stole one off of his yard, one of the cats in his yard. He won't be able to start his truck in the morning, but that's fine.
Sarcasm?
He gave me this, but he said I had to give it back. So, and it's kind of neat. They have a 5/16 bolt on the one side and a 1/4 inch on the other, so you can't put it on backwards because then suck becomes blow, and then it doesn't work. So I've got fuel up to the filters, so we can fire it up. I don't know what the real point is because yeah, it runs. I'd like to get the shifting done and the exhaust bolted on, but I don't know if we can do that tonight yet. I still have 2 full days, so I'm not super panicky. But yeah, we're moving along. Just very tedious, slow stuff that it's hard to film and it gets boring because it's just, oh, I gotta tighten this, so I got an air leak here and I just gotta adjust that, or so yeah. I didn't pull it out, I don't think.
Yeah, so it must have been charged enough for the one side then. And just apply them and then,
Yeah, I know what,
so see right now it's released. So he's gonna pull the, you wanna pull the yellow button? So now it's applied. So it's in parked. It's still not right, is it? Okay, push the yellow button in.
the yellow button worked the way it was supposed to before.
Okay. Push the brake pedal. Let off. That's all working.
That's right, okay.
Okay.
So now, red button and air should come screaming out of there, right?
Well, I got plugged. I wanted you to hit the brake pedal again,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
No air should come out of this one.
right. Ready?
Yep. It doesn't. Okay. Now push the red button in.
And then should just come screaming out.
Okay, so that side is charged. You can hear it leaking.
Okay.
Now push the brake pedal. Yep. It's working right.
Hey!
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
I don't know why it's doing that though.
Yeah, it's loud. I'll worry about everything inside. I fixed it. We haven't done anything inside the cab. It's like, does the door open? No. No.
You know what? I know what it is.
Oh.
I seen it earlier. Why is those like that? There's 2 little vent hoses, and I think they're plugged off.
Oh.
They're right here. They're plugged.
Oh, so those stupid
Yeah.
bees, or whatever, those nests were everywhere.
Those are nests?
Yeah, well, that's those dirt nests. They were everywhere. That's what it is. It's all over the place, and it's just dirt with exoskeleton inside there.
Exoskeleton?
Yeah. I don't know, some sort of bug.
Kentucky problem.
Yeah.
Kentucky
We got lots
people
of
tell us-
comments.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe you don't know what that is. Everybody knows what those are. I'm sorry, I don't live where you live.
They're in Canada, dude. Someone will say that.
Phil said he had them in his truck. They were doing something to his too. His went in the. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's in that one a little bit deeper. Let's hope we got that one.
Well, it should
now.
blow it out.
It might be still plugged, eh? Yep, must be. It could be up in deeper in that hose.
Yeah.
But those hoses are cut off like that so the air comes out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Well, and those stupid things made a nest in there, but it vents eventually. It's fine. So, goody. Transmission shift lines. Okay. So I've got red line and black line. That's the only lines in town. Otherwise, and I got you as many furrows as I could find, and unions.
Okay.
Okay, so there's our nice cable, and
Bus cable.
bus
Quality
cable.
Greyhound.
Yeah. Force it on there. And then I got this kit off of Amazon. I'm actually really impressed by it. It's got all the different dies in there, and then just a hydraulic crimper for on site. And so far, it's worked pretty good. $89 Canadian. Can't really beat that. I'll try 95. Yeah, that's beauty.
It's on there.
That was the test. I don't know. It took that much effort to get it on without the crimps. That was the wrong. Can't get red split loom. Can't get 3/4 inch split loom. I have to go with 1 inch. It's getting pretty bad. Then I called for 7-inch clamps for the exhaust because I needed 2. And apparently 7-inch clamps are just no longer available. That's what the exhaust place told me, not 12 gauge because they're too far away. This is a local shop. It's getting pretty bad. Supply and demand. So start hoarding. Scrap going up and V&R just crushing everything. Some of the clamps there. Yeah, I think it's a pretty short run actually. It's not bad. Okay, I got the straps on. I had to paint the brackets. I had to notch these so that they fit around the brackets because these didn't fit inside there. I had to put the rubber on the inside to protect it. And as it squeezes, it kind of pulls out, so I clean that. And I had to replace one of these brackets and paint it because it was missing. Luckily, Phil had one laying on the floor, so we're all good. Now, ooh, I gotta say that is sexy. You see yourself filming in your own fuel tank. That's not bad. Very nice. Okay, so it's been a very productive day, but it's all, like I said when we left off, a lot of loose stuff. Made all the battery cables so that I've got grounds going to the frame to the engine, and those are extras, and then ran the cables to the starter like it was stock. The nice heavy bus cable. Finished the exhaust, thanks to Lyles for that. Got air lines on, just temporary. This is just so that we can hook up to the trailer and see what we actually want. Deck plate or not, who knows. This is a nice way to do that without spending any money, and then it sucks buying something new and then having the wrong thing. Coupe hooked up the Eaton 13 speed, so I grabbed a book to see which lines go where. It's a little tricky because there's 5 spots on the handle. You use 4 of them, one's of an exhaust. And then we took care of those air leaks. Starter, we had an issue with the starter, but that's because I moved my battery box back. So I had the solenoid, it wasn't grounded good enough, and that's why it wasn't turning over. We checked the clutch, I hooked up the throttle linkage, so that's all done. We're gonna throw some coolant in it, torque the tires, and it's almost SEMA ready. So the things that aren't done yet, don't have the lights working in the rack. We'll probably leave the lights out so we can clean it and then just pop the bulbs in. Like I said, we're floating it there, and then we're hooking up to the Shermanator in the parking lot and just driving it in. That's all that I can do. I have to bolt down the visor yet, but basically we're just firing it up, making sure there's no leaks, seeing if it moves for the first time in 35 years under its own power, and then I might try and get some sleep. I gotta do the front bumper on the F350 yet in the hood, and bolt the box down, and then I gotta grab the float for that in the morning. These have to go to the show tomorrow. So I was planning on pulling an all-nighter, but I don't think I have to. So, yeah, coolant, we got some peak going in, and then we'll go from there. This is concentrated?
I just put one in, so
Put it full of water in there?
Yeah, so I gotta go get you some, I'll get you some coolants. Keep track of how many you put in.
like college. College, that's high school.
Oh yeah, we could drink when we're 19. I used to do my 50-50 mix that way.
Oh yeah?
One of each arm, and then you get it blended as it goes in.
Alright, one more I guess.
Yeah?
Taking it.
We know it shuts off.
That's
Just
good.
when we checked the injection pump. So. Okay.
Alright.
It has to go in 12 hours. It's getting picked up to get brought there. I forgot power steering fluid. It's all before the pump runs dry.
That's good.
Nice. So we'll clean up, torque tires.
Is this pump working?
Oh, the check valve's working again. Started working again.
Well, that's good.
It still leaks like a sieve, but it's working. Nice. That's sounds really raspy with straight pipe. When she's going, she's going.
Yeah. Jeez.
I want to wipe down the exhaust before it gets hot too. I don't want fingerprints burning. So the check valve went on it, so every time I'd let go of the handle, it would stop, or it would go up and then come back down. So I'd have to like block off the port. So, oh, that's good.
Do you have everything for that, or are you
I
missing?
gotta steal it off Phil's. It's the only thing I need to steal off Phil's is the intake boot. I went all through a V&R, and the buses are 8-inch. Everything's 6 or 8, which I'm finding out now. 7 inches oddball, which sucks why I decided to go with 7-inch. But
You got him with 8-inch?
but watch it. I had to watch today's video to see what hole that, or what the first start video to see what hole that injection pump or the throttle light lever was in. And when I saw it, it had the boot on the bottom here. And then Phil came and said, "I'm missing my boot. Can I have your boot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I probably won't need it. I'm gonna steal a bag." So yeah, okay. Power steering fluid. Yeah, and then we'll see if it moves. And then we can let it run outside for a little bit, kind of clean up.
Well, that's only 2 in there, I doubt it. Not enough yet. Go ahead. I'm sure this is gonna run for a few minutes and keep all this out.
All of it, yeah.
Oh no.
It didn't leak before, like I ran it for a half hour. So is it one of the lines?
Oil pressure line is right here.
Is that tight? Well, it's coming right from there, yeah.
That's the new line right here, and it joins here.
Actually, the bottom of the injection pump is wet.
It's right up here. a little
Okay, well that's good. Keep going up. This one, the oil lube for the compressor.
bit. Is that what it is? Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Nice. Well, like it didn't leak before, so whatever's leaking, we did it, and it's not a big deal. Just wipe the exhaust down first, so that the fingerprints don't get baked into the.
Oh yes. Okay.
Forgot that one, which is why you torque out. If you're able to pull it in one lead. And then we'll see if it moves. Sounds so good though. I hook the air lines up backwards on the air dryer.
Would have been nice if there was a junction there.
So the one is long enough, but the other one isn't?
So what I was gonna do is spin it, right? Because this one was here.
Yeah.
It's gotta go over here.
Yeah.
And this one's, I'm hoping, because that goes in the tank,
Yeah.
right? Instead of curling up like that, it can just go straight.
Yeah, but this one will reach, and we just need we need to make this one connect
Over here.
to there, yeah.
Well, the only other thing you can do, Rich,
Oh.
is you really don't need the air dryer. You got something to put the two together
Yeah.
and just fix it later.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we're running out of time, so I just want to make sure she charges up at least.
drop it down and put the seat in it. And then,
you don't hear any other air leaks, do you?
nope. So we got the air leaks. We know the brakes release. We got it running. We got it building air. Now we got to see if it moves. That's kind of a big part of it. They would have. Oh, Ian, did you leave this on? Masking tape leaves residue, Ian. Surprised you didn't know that.
Kind of a pain to get out, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's throw that ladder on.
Yeah. What's next for this truck is me actually getting my license. So it is Wednesday. We're heading to Pennsylvania. We're back on Sunday. Monday, I start my schooling to actually drive this thing. I've got a few things to button up yet for the safety, the e-test, and the alignment, but we will be documenting the entire process of what it takes to get you what we call our AZ, what the Americans call their CDL, I believe. So stick around for that. It is getting ever so much close to being a beautiful, legit truck. And who says I don't finish any of my projects? Ripping around the Audi, driving a Kenworth that we built in, I think, under 6 months. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich, you're probably not working on it, and it's not getting done. So get out there, get filthy, and be rich. Here we go.